Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
All right, guys, got a few questions for you. Before we go into this video, I need you to answer, one, what was your first job? If you've even had a first job. And two, what is your dream job? And are you in it now? I mean, if there's one thing that you could do as a career, your job, what would it be? And playing Luigi in Super Mario Brothers, like, for real, is just not a dream job. That's fantasy. It's not reality. And if you thought that was possible, then you need a job more than most do. Got an email here. The top 5 ways to make cash as a teenager, submitted by Gray Taylor, who, I might note, is 14 years old. He's just a blossoming teenager, and he's already figured out the game. Check this out. A lot of times, particularly when you're a teenager, as Gray is, or incapable of finding a job, there's a lot of little things you might do to make some extra money for the various tech items that you crave. Number 5, use your talents. Everyone has something they're good at, and those skills and talents can be used in a productive way. If you're an excellent guitarist, what better way than to look around for gigs at a local bar? If you're an excellent writer, why not look at sending in some articles to a local newspaper for cash? There's always something productive you can do with your talents. Number 4, don't shy away from hard work. Raking someone's leaves isn't fun, especially when it's cold outside and you feel like you're barely making a dent. Don't give up. Get your hands dirty. It builds character. Sure, spending a day indoors may be a bit more comfortable, but you can't hope to make money if you're not willing to do work. Oh yeah, I actually at one point in time was a telemarketer. Sorry. I think it would have been a lot more fun to rake leaves, though, to tell you the truth. Number 3, volunteer for everything. Teenagers have plenty of free time. I can attest to that. Umpire at the Little League field. Wash your neighbor's car. If there's a job to be done, there's money to be made. Chances are you have plenty of time to do it. Like I said previously, don't shy away from anything. If you're serious about making money, then get out there and do any odd job you can possibly find. Adults are more than willing to pay you. And you know, if I was 14 years old today, instead of 16 as I might look, no, if I was that young and had the opportunity to define my own job path in the summer, I totally would, I'd be volunteering at local computer groups and helping with tech stuff. I'd totally be into helping fix people's computers because I could. So long as they were, vetted and was done in a public place. That would be kind of important. You wouldn't necessarily want to let a kid into your house or, wouldn't want to be a kid walking into a stranger's house. So, yeah, I mean, you guys, seriously, you've got some really cool opportunities if you just start thinking about it. Number 2, ask around. It can be casual. If you see an adult you know at the grocery store, very casually ask if there are any leaves they need to be raked or snow they need shoveled. Maybe they've got a little spyware on their system. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. No, Mr. Jones, I think you've got to uninstall the notepad.exe virus. That's worth a cool 50 right there. Hey, maybe they need their dogs walked or their house watched while they're on vacation. Can't hurt to ask, and eventually adults are going to realize that you're a good kid and you're willing to do work. Eventually, they'll have a job they need done, and they'll think of you. Number 1, get the word out. This is easily the most important tip. If no one knows that you're willing to do work and available for tasks, no one's going to ask. It can be as simple as telling your mother to put in a good word for you at the den mothers meeting by telling the other mothers that you're willing to rake leaves or shovel snow. My mom was a den mother. My father was less of a den mother and more of a den father leader guy. It can be as simple as posting an ad on the bulletin board at town hall. Heck, it can be even as simple as going door to door in your neighborhood and letting your neighbors know that you're available. Hope you like the list, Chris. I know a lot of teenagers want to buy things for themselves, but don't know where to start as far as making cash is concerned, as they're too young to get a job. And you know what? Gray, you must be very well educated, because not only was this list intelligent, it was written very, very, very well. I can't count one misspelling on this. And perfect grammatical structure at 14 years old. Gray, you are going to grow up and be just as successful as an adult as you are right now as a 14-year-old. Congratulations. This is a good job on this list, and I think you've got a lot of creativity that's going for you. I remember when I was a kid, I used to convince my brothers to put stuff we didn't want in a wagon and then ride it around the neighborhood selling stuff we didn't want. It was kind of like a mobile garage sale. We didn't make tons of money, but we got rid of stuff we didn't want anymore, and we did make money, and we didn't have to make anything like, lemonade. I always make it a point to, when I see kids in the neighborhood setting up a lemonade stand, even though it's like outrageously expensive. In fact, I will stop and buy some. It was a few months ago. Ponzi and I were driving, and there were a couple of kids out, and we pulled over because they had the lemonade stand. Walked over, it was like 50 cents or $1. I'm like, damn, okay, well, no big deal. So I hand it over, I get the lemonade, I get 2 lemonades, one for me and one for Ponzi, and I come back to the car, and I started drinking it. She said, oh, you're not going to drink it, are you? I'm like, why? It's lemonade. She said, you don't know how they made it? I'm like, so don't be offended if you sell lemonade and I don't drink it. Yeah. You never know. I mean, they could have stuck their hand in to stir around the pot, achoo, sneezed in it, maybe the dog drank out of it. You don't know. Kids these days, I mean, one minute they're shoveling your walk, next minute they're putting sweet tarts in the lemonade. Only they're not sweet tarts. They're nerds. You ever had nerds in your lemonade? Sugar rush, let me tell you. Anyway, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. Maybe you've got other job ideas for teenagers, or just creative job ideas. Creative ways of making money. Creative. Think creative. Because maybe there are people out there who are waiting to be inspired, and they're waiting for you to send in a list. I always like learning of new ways to generate revenue, to make money with my talents. Of course, I need to develop talents before I can actually make money with them, but that's a completely other topic, a completely different video. And by the way, we're streaming out this live video over the internet. What you're watching, most likely, is pre-recorded. Now, granted, I've left the chat room completely unmoderated, so I apologize if any of them have offended you with any of their, well, what they consider to be cute witticisms. No matter, you are welcome to join us in the chat room and watch the live video stream. For the most part, I will tell you I am boring. I am usually typing at my computer, responding to email, making money online, yada, yada, yada. But you're welcome to join us. We're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.